Okay, good afternoon, my subscribers. I hope y'all had a good night last night. I did. Actually, I had a really good dream about somebody that I like. And I didn't plan on it, but I just did. It was such a wonderful dream. It went on and on and on. And y'all know how dreams are. When you wake up, it's kind of fuzzy. But when you're having it, it's very detailed. You can remember everything. There are certain parts of it I can remember. Now, I can't go into the details of the dream because it was one of those kind of dreams, you know, and kind of like an erotic kind of dream. But it was so refreshing about somebody that I like, that I'm fond of, and you know, you can't control if somebody dream about you. Be glad somebody dreamed about you. You know, be glad if you give somebody a nut. It's to that point. You know, be glad if it's something about you that gives somebody a nut, or or something about somebody that make them fantasize about you. See, because I don't have a problem with what goes on in my head. You know, I embrace it. It's going to do whatever it wants to do. And I leave it open like a blank canvas so I can experience whatever emotions and feelings and stimulations that it needs to experience. And I'm fine with that. As long as I'm fine with it, don't matter what anybody else thinks about it. Because they aren't experiencing the sensations that I get, you know. And then, of course, you know, to wake up from this nice dream about somebody that I like into this nightmare, you know. I'm waking up into a nightmare. Um, I don't, like I say, I don't know what to say half the time. I'm at a loss for words. Um, but I'm just gonna let y'all hear this, and then I'm gonna give a very brief commentary, and then I'm gonna end the video. But you know, that dream was really nice. I loved it, every minute of it.
Sakina, I hear Rosie coming. Man, I don't know what to do with this man is,
I don't understand why none of her followers will rein her in. You know, they're like just cheering her on. You know, every video they're just cheering her on. You know, and it seems like somebody would have the wherewithal to just rein her in, to let her know, you know, you're doing too much.
let's hit the like button, dislike button, hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App, yes. $250 in the hole of my goal. I try to reach it by Wednesday. Yes, by Wednesday. So, if I want to say 7 people, 6 people can send me $20, hey, that will help. I doesn't give a fuck what these people is talking about. Fuck them. We already, already explained to you guys. Have no problem with coming and showing the motherfucking receipt. None of that motherfucking shit. It costs way more than what the fuck I'm asking for help. I can tell you that motherfucking much because the other day it was water in the gas tank, the motherfucking what you call it, cracking engine system. This was Thursday. I was supposed to have this car back. The starter was put on wrong. When the starter, not only that, my timing, my sensor timing was put on wrong. The person who put it on must tell me. I wouldn't trust them to touch your car again. Because what it does is, instead of when the car is supposed to accelerate at a, like, I'm not going to accelerate when I'm not going to go when I'm supposed to go. It is either, I think he said, it is, the timing is off 2 notches. I have a push start. So, along with that comes electrical and all these other shit. Yeah.
Okay, I want y'all to learn from this. I want my subscribers to learn from this. Okay? If you're a bad element, start changing. Because these are not blessings. What you just heard are not blessings. They're not. You know. Don't go through life feeling like people owe you something, because no one owes you anything. You know. Don't go through life feeling like, okay, I have this problem. So now it's not only is it my problem, now it's y'all's problem too. Don't do that. Take that time and that energy and that effort, and if your credit is not good, take steps to improve your credit. Good credit is better than money in the bank. I don't ever want y'all to be on here exhibiting this type of behavior. You know, take that time and get things right for yourself. That way you don't have to do things like this. You know. If you don't have a credit card, get you a credit card for emergency purposes. For emergencies. If the only way you're going to know if you're eligible for one is to apply for one. They'll tell you. Even if you only have a $250 credit limit, you know what? That's money in the bank that you don't have to, you know, go through life feeling like your problem is now everybody else's problem. Because I grew up around somebody like this, you know. They do awful things, and then when they have bad luck, they don't know what to do. When karma comes back, they don't know what to do. They can't handle it. Because all that fighting and all that meanness and all these awful things you do, how is any of that benefiting you now? It's not. So then, now that they have all these problems, somehow or another, they try to make people around them feel like, well, you know, not only is it my problem now, it's your problem too. And life has a way of the same person that you're doing all these awful things to will be the same person that can help you. And the thing about it is, they'll have the audacity to come and ask you to help them. I don't have a problem telling them no. You know, you're not going to put your problems on me. Your problems are not my problems. I don't have those problems. If you knew how to treat people, I probably would help you, because it's a cycle. I'm gonna be low down to you, and then if it's something I want, I'm gonna be nice to you because it's something I want. And then you fall for it. They get what they want out of you, and then it's right back to they'll turn on you again at the drop of a dime. Be awful, do awful things, say awful things, call you awful things. And then when they have bad luck again and karma come right back at them again, it's the same thing again. Well, now, these my problems now are y'all's problems. Break the cycle from people like that. I mean, I did it because it was a family member, and I just had sympathy because I'm a good-hearted person. But at a certain point, you just have to let a person wallow. But see, as long as they have people that are cheering them on, doing all this awful stuff, let those people take on their problems. Those are probably the same people that bought her the car in the first place. Let them buy the insurance, let them pay for the gas, let them pay, for the repairs, let them fix all this different stuff. And believe me, it'll be something after this, and something after this, and something after this. Somebody tried to come on here and rein her in. Have y'all heard the saying, 40 acres and a mule? I'm naming this video 40 hours and a straitjacket because we're approaching 40 hours now worth of video footage that she's done on me. And I think a straitjacket is very appropriate. It's a very appropriate description. I don't want y'all to end up like this. Don't use people. Don't abuse people. Don't go through life with the attitude of, well, what can this person do for me? If I can't get what I want out of them, then I'm going to turn on them and tell them what I really think about them. And then when they tell me what they think about me, I can't handle it. And so I'm never able to let it go. Everything I do is to outdo them again and again and again and again. And before you know it, you're an old woman that can't shake what your mama gave you no more. And, it's just pitiful. I don't want y'all to end up like this, Start getting your credit and stuff together. If you don't pay but $5 on it a month, pay it. It shows a history of making the effort. Some people have to learn their lesson the hardest way possible, and some don't. I tell y'all things to help y'all. I point out things for y'all to see for yourself and form your own opinion about it. I mean, I've already formed my opinion about this person. 20 more videos isn't going to change my opinion about it. I'm just pointing out that, you see what happens. But yet she still gets on here and calls me all these disgusting names. And you know what? It's going to be something else after whatever, when she finally manipulates these people to get this situated. Believe me, it's going to be something else. They never learn. You have to cut the cord at some point. But see, it makes me wonder the mental of all these people rallying her on. And believe me, y'all, when she goes live with this, they are like, it's like a cheerleading squad. They are just rallying her on to do all this different stuff that she's doing. And by the way, if there's a strand of hair hurt on my head, she's responsible. If someone hurts a strand of hair on my beautiful head, on my beautiful face, on my beautiful body, that I know how to use to bring beautiful nuts, she's responsible. I mean, why do you think she's checking my Facebook every day? They can't see it. I had to put it on lockdown. You know, she copies what I do. You know, this whole panel thing. All of a sudden, she's doing a panel. If you notice, I did cartoons. Now she's doing cartoons. You know, she has attached herself to me, and she has fixated herself on me. And that's what's creepy. You know, can you imagine if I was in this person's presence? I mean, this is through computers and phones. Can you imagine? The ante would be up 1,000 times. And this is just merely through technology. If this person could put their hands on me, there's no telling what would happen to me or what she would have done to me. So, like I said, you know, if there's if there's a strand of hair hurt on my pretty little head, if my beautiful mouth is injured in any way, you know, this mouth and tongue and lips, you know the one that you said licks this and sucks this and kisses this. Yeah, it does all those things, and it does them so well. It does them like only I can do it. If anything is done to it, you're responsible for it. You're behind it. You've masterminded it. You know, like I said, y'all, there's more going that is done behind the scenes than is done in front of the camera. I mean, we're approaching 40 hours. So if I had to guess, about 120 hours worth of activity is going on behind the scenes. I mean, we're approaching like a full 40-hour work week dedicated to me. One person. Can you imagine what these people would do? If they could come to my house, they would disturb my wet dream. They would disturb my fantasy that I'm having about somebody on here that I like. They would, you know, they would come with the intention of me never being able to use my mouth to kiss anything again, or to suck anything again, or to kiss anything again, or use my tongue to lick anything again. You know, they would be willing to do whatever it took to shut me down, whatever it took. You know, why nobody won't rein her in, I don't know. I don't know why anybody won't rein her in. If I ever get like this, y'all, leave comments to rein me in, please. That's all I ask. I mean, I have sense enough to not allow myself to get to this point. You're never going to have that problem with me. You know, I'm going to start back doing my cartoons, and they will have nothing to do with her. You know, she has spent hours going back finding those old cartoons on a channel that I don't even have anymore. Whatever I do, she tries to copy it. Whatever anybody else does, she tries to copy it, you know. She's trying to copy this person over here. I'm not going to call their name. She's trying to copy the panel that Mama Chosen invited me to attend. You know. 1 minute it was I better not do it, which I wasn't even interested in it anyway. And then when I was going to do it, next thing you know, she's going to do a panel. If you notice, the other day I did a cartoon. Now she's doing cartoons. You know. Shouldn't she be worried about trying to get that car repaired? I mean, how many applications have she put in? 0. It's out of control.
Yes. So I'm just like, this really motherfucker beating me the fuck down. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes, he put him in, so right there, yes.
And see, now they find a way of blaming this on me. So I guess all these problems that she's having now is on me now. But that's what they do, y'all. That's what they do. I'm just merely pointing out. You know, you listen and observe for yourself. I'm just pointing out. Somehow or another, this has been transposed onto me. It has been transferred to me. I'm the cause of these problems that she's having with her car now. And whatever's going wrong in her life, they have to have somebody to blame. They never take responsibility for their own actions, you know. When you do good, good follows you. When you do bad, you will forever be surrounded by bad elements and karma.
I'm waiting for child to be Surya.
Waiting for somebody to fix her car for her.
For that donation. I wait.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. I'm out.